Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This week's topic is inspired by viewers' request, and it is a follow-up to my video in which I discuss the signs and symptoms that may be associated with insulin resistance. So, for those of you that want to do more to combat insulin resistance, or you just want to know simple and easy ways that you can improve your insulin sensitivity, this video is going to cover 5 ways in which to do just that. So let's get started. Hey everyone, before we dive in, if you find content such as this helpful, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, because it really helps to support my channel. And if you know of anyone that would benefit from this information, please be sure to share this video and help get the word out. Okay, so let's dive right in with the first one on our list. Berberine. Berberine is a supplement with an active ingredient that is extracted from plants. Historically, berberine has been used as part of Chinese medicine. However, with the increasing research that is available, berberine has demonstrated to be helpful with things such as glucose metabolism, prompting studies to examine its effect as compared to metformin, which is a medication that is commonly used in the management of diabetes. The mechanism of action of berberine is through promoting insulin secretion, while at the same time improving insulin resistance. In a study examining the effects of berberine in individuals with metabolic syndrome, researchers examined its effect on lipid and glucose metabolism. They also focused on inflammatory markers. And what they found is that individuals within the intervention group experienced significant improvements in their fasting glucose levels, as well as their 2-hour postprandial glucose levels, and in their insulin resistance and blood lipid metabolism when compared to the control group. Something very important to note is that even supplements have medicinal properties, meaning that they may enhance the effect of medications. And this is why it is super important to consult with your own provider to make sure that it isn't going to drive your medication to go above the target range that has been set upon by your own provider. Because too much of a good thing is not a good thing, which is why medication is so carefully monitored. But as stated by researchers and numerous studies, quality berberine can do great things to improve insulin resistance. The next one up is the effect that magnesium has on improving insulin resistance. In an article out of the International Journal of Molecular Science, researchers examined the effect of magnesium deficiency on the mechanism of insulin resistance in individuals with type 2 diabetes. And they purposely focused on the areas of insulin secretion and signaling. And something that researchers pointed out is the clinical evidence demonstrating the association between magnesium deficiency and type 2 diabetes. They explained that magnesium works within the cells of the pancreas to regulate electrical activity and insulin secretion. They also report that magnesium deficiency results in things such as impaired glucose transport and a decreased utilization of glucose by cells. Not only that, they also explained that magnesium deficiency results in chronic inflammation, which can perpetuate that cycle of insulin resistance. And we know that there is a connection between reducing inflammation and increasing insulin sensitivity. The article also points out that individuals may not be taking in sufficient magnesium through their diet, while at the same time eliminating it through the natural process of urination, or they may be suffering from malabsorption of nutrients within the gut. They also point out that there are numerous studies linking increased insulin sensitivity, as well as a reduction in insulin resistance, with correcting that magnesium deficiency, which they examined in trials done on individuals with type 2 diabetes, as well as those that are overweight and non-diabetic. And this is an important consideration, especially for fasters, because we know that fasting over time can deplete our electrolytes, and replenishing those stores is important. The next thing on our list is something that sometimes just flies right under the radar, and that is vitamin D deficiency. In a study out of the Journal of Clinical Diabetes, published by the American Diabetes Association, a study was conducted to examine the impact of correcting vitamin D deficiency on factors such as insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, as well as weight loss. And according to researchers, vitamin D deficiency is a prevalent and under-recognized component that may be impacting inability to lose weight, as well as decreased insulin sensitivity. And they conducted a study in which 200 participants were examined, Participants within the study all described experiencing fatigue, difficulty with memory recall, hypotension, and failure to achieve weight loss through conventional means. And researchers found that 152 out of the overall 200 participants, 76%, also had suboptimal levels of vitamin D. Furthermore, they report that the rate of vitamin D deficiency is in fact 35% higher in obese individuals than in those that have normal levels. They also report that the vitamin D parathyroid axis is affected with conditions such as obesity, which is why they hypothesized that vitamin D correction could potentially facilitate weight loss. And what they found is through correction, individuals experienced increased sensitivity as well as improved glucose tolerance. Individuals were also able to experience weight loss, as well as an improvement in their blood pressure. So, getting those vitamin D levels checked and potentially replaced may be of great benefit, especially for those of us that live in areas in which we experience that winter season and may not naturally get as much vitamin D exposure as we do the rest of the year. All right, we've talked about different supplements that can help with insulin resistance, but here is something that is so simple and has demonstrated that it too can help with insulin sensitivity, and it is simply by drinking green tea. In a meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials, researchers examined the effect of green tea on glucose control and insulin sensitivity, and researchers stated that improvements were noted in participants' fasting glucose levels as well as in their hemoglobin A1C concentration. Researchers state that many of the health-inducing properties of green tea are associated with catechins from the family of flavonoid-like polyphenols. They also stated that in a previous meta-analysis, which involved the examination of 9 cohort studies, researchers found that drinking approximately 4 cups of green tea per day may be associated with a significant risk reduction associated with type 2 diabetes. Examiners reported that the consumption of green tea extract can result in decreased fasting plasma glucose, as well as enhanced insulin binding and glucose uptake. Yes, more effective glucose metabolism. And the last one on our list is a well-known and a well-researched intervention, and it is drinking apple cider vinegar. In a well-constructed study examining the effect of apple cider vinegar on glycemic control, hyperlipidemia, and body weight in individuals with type 2 diabetes, researchers found multiple benefits associated with incorporating regular use of apple cider vinegar. Researchers state that the mechanism of action of apple cider vinegar involves several pathways, which include delaying gastric emptying, and this helps by improving postprandial or post-meal glucose control, not to mention that it offers assistance with insulin secretion, increased utilization of glucose, while at the same time suppressing the production of glucose by the liver. Researchers found that insulin sensitivity was improved by 34% in individuals with prediabetes. They also state that apple cider vinegar assists with things such as lipolysis, as well as a reduction in lipogenesis. So, not only does it assist with the breakdown of fat, it also works by inhibiting the formation of fat. So, by taking 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, ideally diluted in water, individuals can experience an improvement in insulin sensitivity, as well as improved satiety and a reduction in cravings, as demonstrated in the research. There you go. 5 simple ways in which you can improve your insulin sensitivity while at the same time working on that insulin resistance. And as always, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and found this information helpful. Also, please be sure to hit that notification bell so that you'll know whenever I have more information headed your way. And for those of you that would like additional information about ways that you can troubleshoot your weight loss stall or plateau if you have encountered this problem, please be sure to check out this playlist for several helpful tips. Okay, everyone, I'll see you in the next one.